Evening, everyone, and welcome to The Next Revolution. I'm Steve Hilton, and this is the home of positive populism, pro-worker, pro-family, pro-community, and always pro-America. Tonight, we have the hero of the impeachment hearings. He's here live. Yes, it's Matt Gaetz. Woo! We have Tommy Lara, and we have Kira Davis. We have my take on the FBI, Comey and Christopher Wray after that shocking IG report. We have important policy news from President Trump and advisor to the president, Ivanka Trump. We have a Hunter Biden Swamp Watch update, and wait till you see tonight's Joe Biden comedy segment. But first, in the week that the Trump-hating establishment and ruling class state TV endlessly, breathlessly described as
an historic moment.
Historic.
It was a historic day.
We bring you the truth about the Democrats' hate-driven partisan impeachment, not so much historic as pathetic. I've got to tell you, my favourite moment of the whole ridiculous week was when California Republican Tom McClintock perfectly captured the mood of an exhausted, exasperated nation towards the end of 14 hours of pompous, sanctimonious, balls-achingly tedious grandstanding by Democrats.
In the last 3 hours, the same talking points have been repeated over and over again ad nauseum by both sides. So if I could just offer a modest suggestion, if no one has anything new to add, that they resist the temptation to inflict what we've already heard over and over again.
If you haven't got anything new to say, don't say anything. I think he spoke for all of us there. And he's absolutely right. We had nothing new from the Democrats last week. It was the same old debunked conspiracy theories.
President Trump asked for a favor. He wanted Ukraine to announce 2 bogus investigations. One into former Vice President Biden, his leading opponent in the 2020 election, and another to advance a conspiracy theory that Ukraine, not Russia, attacked our elections in 2016.
No, they just keep making it up. No one's saying Ukraine and not Russia interfered in 2016. The question is, did Ukraine meddle as well as Russia? Just the contacts between the Ukrainian government and DNC operative Alexandra Chalupa, never mind other evidence, suggests that at the very least it's worth investigating. Don't you love how the Democrats are obsessed about getting to the bottom of election meddling, except when it's done on their behalf? The IG report literally just confirmed that Hillary Clinton didn't just invite foreign meddling in the 2016 election, she paid for it. Then her team pushed Russian lies to the FBI. And stand by for the Democrats to totally blow off the anti-Trump meddling by China in 2020 that's no doubt in the works right now. As for the Biden thing, the Democrats talk as if the only possible description of Joe Biden is Donald Trump's political rival. How about this description? Former vice president who controlled U.S.-Ukraine policy while billions of taxpayer dollars went to the Ukraine energy industry, which was paying his son at the time. Yeah, I think most Americans would agree that's worth investigating. But according to nincompoop Nadler,
the evidence proves that these requests were not related to any real interest in rooting out corruption. President Trump eagerly does business with corrupt governments every day.
Pardon me while I laugh. Doing business with corrupt governments is now grounds for impeachment. So why didn't you impeach Obama, who did business with Russia? What about Nancy Pelosi, who did business with Ukraine, for Christ's sake? Or Hakeem Jeffries, who did business with China? Or Nadler himself, he did business with Somalia. He's such a preposterous figure. And then he comes out with stuff like this.
There can be no serious debate about what President Trump did.
Have you noticed that they keep talking like this? It's uncontested. There can be no serious debate. Of course there's a debate. What do you think we've all been doing the last 3 months, Nadler, you absolute tool? Even the Democrats' own witnesses couldn't agree about the president's phone call. Republicans totally disagree with the Democrats' interpretation of it. Who writes this stuff for Nadler and Pelosi and Schiff and all the rest of them? Do they even realize how arrogant it makes them sound? No serious debate. It's like, no, you know what? That's it. I'm just going to stop because it's not worth it. It's not actually worth dignifying this vapid pap with actual analysis. Psychoanalysis, maybe, but engaging with the Democrats' arguments, they have no argument. They have nothing, literally nothing. Bribery, gone. Extortion, gone. Obstruction of justice, gone. This whole impeachment is a bust. The country's turning against them, and they know it. That's why they just want to get it over with quickly. Well, I say not so fast. Make them pay for what they've done to this president and this country. Make it hurt by making it last. So once this gets to the Senate, let's get their dirty secrets out there. Call Joe Biden, call Hunter Biden, call the whistleblower. And while we're at it, call John Kerry and the Democrat senators who are up to their necks in the Ukraine cash for gas corruption scandal too. Ed Markey, Jeanne Shaheen, Richard Blumenthal, call them all. Get to the bottom of it, as the Democrats constantly say. For the last 3 years in England, the establishment tried to overturn the 2016 Brexit vote, and this week the people told them to get lost. They meant it the first time, and they voted for it a second time. Here in America, it'll be the same, but even more so, because while in England, nothing got done during the establishment's attempted counter-revolution, in this country, unbelievably, while all this has been going on, the obstruction, the resistance, the impeachment, Russia, Ukraine, whatever, through it all, President Trump has managed to deliver not just his promises, but a record which on policy substance surely adds up to one of the most successful presidencies in history. Just in the last few days, incredible job numbers, giant trade deals, help for working families, and much more. Over the last 3 years, unemployment falling, earnings rising, criminal justice reform, the heartland revived, energy independence, manufacturing resilience, illegal immigration coming down, the wall going up, China confronted, the caliphate defeated, NAFTA renegotiated, our military rebuilt, NATO paying more, regulations costing less, conservative judges appointed, campus free speech defended, drug prices down, family leave up, training places for 14 million, child tax credits for 40 million, tax cuts for 100 million, a booming economy for everyone. In the end, this is why they're impeaching him. They hate the president, they hate his supporters, they hate how they think, they hate what they do, they hate their faith, they even hate their food. But above all, they hate the fact that this president is delivering concrete and substantial policy results for the working Americans who put him in the White House. And they're terrified that they can't beat him in a fair fight next year. Let me know what you think of that at Steve Hilton X and at NextRevFNC.